Okay, so we are diving headfirst into one of the year's biggest shopping events,
Mm,
the Amazon Great Indian Festival 2025. And this deep dive, well, it's your complete tactical guide.
that's the plan.
Kicking off September 23rd, the mission for you isn't just spotting deals, it's about mastering checkout, grabbing every possible discount layer
And crucially, making sure those SBI cards are primed and ready.
for that flat 10% instant saving, right?
Exactly. We're cutting through the noise for you, the prepared shopper. We've looked at, a whole stack of info,
Mm-hmm.
covering the smartest strategies like using that vital 24-hour prime head start
Oh, yeah, the prime window.
and maximizing savings in areas people sometimes overlook, like Amazon Fresh.
Yeah.
Sources say that could hit, what, up to 50% off?
Up to 50%, yeah. That's huge for groceries.
And probably the trickiest bit, tackling the technical side, coupon stacking, and getting those bank transactions to go through smoothly.
Okay, let's unpack that. Starting with timing and strategy, festival officially kicks off September 23rd, but if you're after the hottest mobiles, electronics, maybe some fast fashion items,
Yeah.
you really need that prime early access.
You absolutely do.
It gives you a full 24 hours before everyone else jumps in. Why is that 24 hours so important?
Well, it's basically inventory and choice,
Hmm.
especially for things like lightning deals.
Ah, the lightning deals, they go fast.
They really do. Those super deep discounts on popular stuff,
Mm-hmm.
they often sell out in hours, maybe less, not days.
So if you're hunting a specific phone model or maybe a flagship TV with a massive discount.
Prime Access lets you skip that initial crazy rush,
Yeah.
and importantly, it means you get to use the bank offer before the total festival cap on that offer gets exhausted.
Good point. Okay, speaking of the bank offer, let's just nail down the core mechanic. It's a flat 10% instant discount
Mm,
available on SBI debit cards, SBI credit cards, and also credit card EMI.
correct.
But here's where, like you said, it gets tricky. This is where people often miss out. You have to understand the catches.
Absolutely. The fine print, the T&Cs, they're everything here. We know these offers usually need a minimum spend, right? Maybe $5,000, something like that.
Yeah, usually.
And they always have a discount cap, often around, say, $1,500 per transaction.
And sometimes an overall cap for the whole festival, too.
Exactly. And if you ignore that cap, you could be leaving, well, quite a bit of money behind.
Which leads us nicely into the advanced strategies, the things that separate the really savvy shoppers.
Mm,
Prep first.
right.
Add items to your wish list now, today. Why? Because it lets you track real price drops.
And critically, check if that little bank offer eligibility tag shows up on the product page.
Yes. Then turn on deal alerts. Use that watch this deal button.
Simple but effective. But the real aha moment, I think, is mastering the stacking.
Okay, explain stacking.
So that 10% SBI offer, it's not the only discount. Think of it like layers,
Oh.
a savings cake.
Okay, I like Kick, layer one.
Layer 1, clip the specific product coupon, the little checkbox.
Yeah.
Pick it. Layer 2, factor in any general Amazon promo or maybe cashback offer running at the same time.
Mhm.
Layer 3, add the exchange bonus if you're trading something in, like that old phone.
Right.
And only then, layer 4, apply that SBI 10% instant discount right at the end at checkout.
Wow. So if you miss a layer,
You're paying more than you need to. Simple as that.
that layering idea is powerful. Okay, what if you're making a really big purchase, like a laptop, a big TV, or maybe stocking up big time on essentials?
Then you need the cart splitting technique. This is super important if that SBI per transaction cap we mentioned exists, which it almost always does.
Right, the 1500 example.
Exactly. Say the cap is at 1,500 and you've got 40,000 worth of stuff in your cart.
Okay.
Buy it all in one go. You only get 1,500 off.
Right, because of the cap.
But if you cleverly split that into, say, 3 separate orders, maybe around 14,000 each,
3 separate checkouts.
3 separate transactions,
Yeah.
you hit that 1,500 cap 3 times,
Mhm.
potentially saving 4,500 total instead of just 1,500.
That's a significant difference.
It really multiplies your savings, as long as you stay within whatever the total discount limit is for the whole festival period, of course.
That is essential intel for maximizing savings over the whole event. Quick tip before we move on for business buyers.
Oh, yeah.
Remember to use the business purchase option. Add your GS time.
For the input tax credit.
Exactly. Another layer of savings, purely administrative, but really valuable.
It's often those non-advertised savings, the process savings, that add up. Okay, let's pivot. Let's talk about a savings area that I think gets underestimated, consumables. Amazon Fresh.
Right, because the sources mentioned potentially up to 50% off there.
Up to 50%. And we're not talking small change here. This is about directly cutting your monthly household budget.
Yeah, when you say up to 50% off, what kind of items are we looking at?
Think the big staples.
Yeah.
Atta, oils, rice, dolls.
Household stuff, too.
Yeah, cleaning supplies, personal care items like toothpaste, soaps. Because these are high-volume items, they often see really solid discounts, maybe 10%, maybe 30%, sometimes hitting that 50% mark during the festival.
So this is where the pro stock-up tip comes in.
Exactly. Obviously, don't buy 6 months of milk,
Right.
but for things with long shelf lives. This festival is often the time they hit their annual lowest price.
So grab that 6-month supply of detergent.
Detergents, toothpaste, cooking oils, packaged snacks maybe. You're essentially locking in savings against future price rises. Inflation proofing? Sort of.
And the delivery side, how does that work with fresh?
Well, the specific MRPs and discounts can vary a bit by city, but Prime members usually get the benefit of free or discounted delivery slots, same day or next day often.
Still convenient.
And don't forget, use the product coupons on fresh items too. Pick those boxes. And maybe even look at subscribe and save for things you buy repeatedly.
Like diapers, pet food.
Exactly. That gives you extra savings that continue even after the festival ends.
Okay, so we've got the strategy, the timing, a deep dive into fresh savings. Now, the big potential hurdle.
Ah, yes. Making sure that SBI discount actually applies at checkout.
It's frustrating, but you hear stories. People think they got the discount, but something went wrong.
It happens way too often. A huge number of shoppers lose out right at the final step because of a technical issue or just selecting the wrong payment method.
So the absolute #1 rule.
Non-negotiable.
Yeah.
The primary payment method you select has to be the SBI credit card or SBI credit card EMI or the SBI debit card.
What about UPI, even if it's linked to my SBI account?
Almost certainly no. UPI usually doesn't qualify for these specific card-based bank offers. Same if you try to pay primarily with a digital wallet balance.
It has to be the card itself selected.
Yes, and you need visual proof. You need to see that banner text bank offer 10% instant discount with SBI. Clearly visible and applied to your cart total before you hit place order.
So if you don't see that discount subtraction,
Stop. Don't complete the purchase. Go back. Double check your card choice. Check the T&Cs again. Make sure you met the minimum spend.
okay, what about EMI? That question comes up all the time. If I choose EMI, do I lose the instant discount?
Not always. If the offer explicitly says it includes credit card EMI, then yes, the 10% instant discount still applies. It usually gets applied to the principal amount upfront.
Okay, but there's a difference between no-cost EMI and standard EMI, right?
The big difference. No-cost EMI means the interest cost is subsidized by the seller or bank, so your effective cost is just the sale price minus all your stacked discounts. Pretty straightforward.
And standard EMI.
With standard EMI, you still get the 10% instant discount on the principal. But interest is charged. You absolutely must calculate the total amount you'll pay over the EMI term, including interest, to see the true cost. Don't just assume standard EMI is cheaper overall without doing the math.
Got it. Crucial distinction. Okay, now for maybe the most tedious but vital part of this.
The technical prep.
Yes, getting those SBI cards ready for online transactions. Because a perfect strategy means nothing if the bank just says declined.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And lots of SBI cards, by default, might have e-commerce usage turned off or the limits set way too low for a big festival purchase.
This is the pre-flight checklist you mentioned.
It is. And a quick heads up. Bank app interfaces change all the time. So our best advice: know where to look for these settings generally. Don't just memorize clicks from today. Use the search bar in your app if you get stuck.
Good tip.
And always have your registered mobile phone nearby for the OTP verification. You'll need it.
Okay, let's start with the SBI debit card, enabling it for domestic e-commerce. How many ways?
There are actually 5 ways listed in the sources. It gives you options, which is good.
Redundancy is good. Method 1, the most common.
Probably the Yono SBI app. That's SBI's main banking app. Log in, find service request, then navigate to ATM debit card.
Okay.
Then look for something like Manage Usage or Manage Channel. Select your specific debit card number.
Right.
And toggle on the setting for e-commerce, or maybe it's called online, e-com. Then, importantly, set a transaction limit high enough for what you plan to buy.
Don't leave it at the default low limit.
Definitely not. Then save the changes and you'll get an OTP on your phone to confirm.
Okay, Yono app is method 1. Method 2.
If you prefer a computer, use SBI Net Banking. The website is online's FBI.com. Log in securely.
Path there.
It's usually under e-services, then ATM card services, and then, again, look for managed usage or managed channel limit.
Same steps, basically.
Pretty much. Select the card, click to enable e-commerce, set your limits, and authenticate, likely with an OTP again.
Interesting that they still have low-tech options, too. Method 3.
Yeah, the SMS route. Using SBI Quick. If your number is registered, you can just text SWON ECOM, that's SWONECOM, to a specific number.
Which number?
The source is 09223966666 or 567676.
Simple.
And maybe save the opposite command too. SWAF ECOM to turn it off easily after the sale. Good security practice.
Definitely. Method 4.
Using an actual SBI ATM if the machine near you supports it. Insert your card, navigate through the menus, maybe services, then card controls or channel usage.
And enable e-commerce there.
Yeah, enable e-commerce and set limits right on the ATM screen.
And finally, method 5, the human touch.
Customer care. Call the SBI toll-free numbers. The main ones are like 1-800-1234 or 1-800-2100. Speak to an agent, request activation for e-commerce, and they'll guide you through verifying your identity, probably with an OTP.
Okay, 5 methods for the debit card. That's comprehensive. Now, what about the SBI credit card? That's managed separately by SBI card, right?
Correct. Different channels, slightly different process, but similar options. 3 main methods here.
Method 1 for credit cards.
Use the dedicated SBI card mobile app. Log into the app. Look for services or perhaps manage card.
Right.
Then find card controls or manage usage. You'll see toggles there. Enable the one for online or e-commerce transactions. Make sure it's for domestic if that's all you need.
Yeah.
Set your limit. Save.
Method 2, the website.
Yeah, the SBI card website, which is sbicard.com. Log in there, look under My Accounts or Services, find the Manage Card section, then Card Controls or Usage Settings. Same process. Toggle on. Set limit.
And method 3, again, customer care.
Yes, but call the specific SBI card customer care numbers. These are usually the 1860 or 39 series numbers listed on the back of your card or their website. Request activation and set your limits with the agent.
So across both debit and credit, what's the absolute key security advice?
It's crucial. Only keep the transaction limits you actually need for the sale active, and only keep e-commerce enabled for the duration you need it.
So moment the sale's done.
Lower those limits right back down, or even better, toggle e-commerce OAuth completely until the next time you need it.
Minimize the exposure. Don't leave that digital door unlocked.
Exactly. And a quick troubleshooting tip from the sources: if you have enabled everything and still get transaction declined by bank.
What should you check first?
First, did your single purchase attempt exceed the per transaction limit you set? Easy mistake. Second, just double check the card expiry date. Third, try the old IT trick. Go back into the app, toggle e-commerce OFF, wait a second, then toggle it back on RAN. Sometimes that resets things.
Turn it off and on again, the digital version. Okay, let's quickly touch on key product categories people hunt for deals in. Mobile.
Still the king of festival sales, usually. Key thing here. Focus on those exchange bonuses, but be meticulous.
Meticulous how?
Know your old phone's IMEI number beforehand. And, really important, remove any screen lock, sign out of accounts, and do a full factory reset before the pickup person arrives. Otherwise, they might reject the exchange on the spot.
Avoid that hassle. Okay, laptops and tablets, big ticket items.
Yeah, here you need to look beyond just the price cut. Check the specs carefully. What processor generation is it? How much RAM? Is it an SSD or an old hard drive?
Don't get caught out by old tech in a shiny box.
Exactly. And this is where no-cost EMI can be really useful, making a necessary upgrade more affordable.
Good point. And Amazon's own devices. Echo, Fire TV, Kindle?
Yes. These almost always hit their rock-bottom prices for the entire year during this festival. Keep an eye out.
Look for bundles too, right?
Definitely. Like an Echo Dot bundled with a smart bulb. Often the best way to start a smart home setup without spending much.
Final strategy points. Speed at checkout for those lightning deals.
Crucial. Pre-add the item to your cart if you can. Have your SBI card detail saved or ready. Make sure e-com is enabled before the deal goes live. Use one-click checkout if you're comfortable with it. Minimize clicks.
And remember the stacking. Clip those digital coupons on the product page itself before you even add to cart or go to checkout.
Yes. Don't wait till the final payment screen. Okay, let's clear up a couple of super common questions before we wrap. UPI payment from an SBI account. Does it get the 10% discount?
We touched on this, but let's be clear. Generally, no. The bank instant discount offers are tied to using the card network debit, credit, or credit EMI. UPI is a different payment system.
Right, even if the money comes from SBI. Okay, what about using Amazon Pay Balance? Or Pay Later? Can I stack the 10% SBI offer with those?
Usually you can stack product coupons with the SBI offer, but if you choose Amazon Pay Balance or Pay Later as your primary payment method for the whole amount.
It likely overrides the SBI offer.
Typically, yes, it bypasses the card network processing needed for the instant bank discount. The SBI card needs to be the main payment instrument selected for that 10% off to kick in.
Okay, good clarifications. So I think we've delivered that comprehensive playbook we promised.
Yeah, covering the prime access edge, the maths behind the 10% SBI discount, the often overlooked savings in Amazon Fresh.
And that really detailed technical guide, all those methods, 5 for debit, 3 for credit, to get your SBI cards transaction ready.
The sources really laid out not just what the deals are, but all the prep and strategy needed to actually get those savings.
Which brings us to the final thought, maybe. The biggest challenge these days, with so much information flying around, it's not just finding a good deal.
What is it then?
It's mastering the system. Understanding your bank card controls, setting those limits correctly, actually reading the crucial bits of the T&Cs, that's what ensures the savings you planned actually appear when you click Buy Now.
It's about being technically ready, not just aware of the price.
Exactly. Being informed about a sale goes way beyond just the discount percentage. It's about preparation. So the provocative thought to leave you with is this.
Go on.
The next time you, or someone you know, sees that transaction declined message during a big sale, realize that simple error, that lack of prep, might have cost real money. Maybe hundreds, maybe thousands of rupees in lost savings.
So the challenge is,
Go check those card controls now. Log into your banking app or website. See if e-commerce is on. Check your limits. Don't wait for the sale to start.
don't let a simple toggle switch be the reason you miss out on that 10% or more. Great advice. Apply this knowledge, get those cards ready, set your limits.
And happy, hopefully successful shopping.